24 years as chairman, 24 years of scrounging around trying to get the best deal possible, 24 years of we can't compete with the biggest clubs, 24 years of we can't pay the salaries that other clubs pay, 24 years of acting with the interests of business before glory. And now, if you believe what you read, we may be coming to the end of it. Now, guys and girls, welcome back. And where do we start on this beautiful day? Because there have been a few reports coming out this week that Daniel Levy is considering stepping down as Tottenham Hotspur chairman. Now, this comes off of the back of Donna Cullen, obviously someone he worked with for many, many years. Ever since he's been at the club, has been his right-hand woman. She stepped down from the club, whether it was stepped down, pushed out. Obviously, we don't know the politics behind it, but it starts to talk of a massive shake-up that's going to be happening from top to bottom at the club. And obviously, that man at the top, Daniel Levy, has come into question about it. Someone who the fans have, on the main, not liked, not agreed with, maybe not everything that he does. Obviously, with a lot of guys do respect what he's done for us in a business sense, but in terms of a football sense, we can only really say that we're going backwards. And that's been for a long time. Yes, I know we've won a trophy this season, which for 24 years in charge, only to win 2 trophies for a club the size of Tottenham Hotspur is an absolute travesty as well. The fact that that's not been able to happen, and there's only really a certain person you can actually throw the blame at, because let's be honest, since Daniel Levy's been in charge, he's been trying to put the business first. Yes, he's got Tottenham competing on a financial scale that obviously we could have never dreamed about, but we're not seeing the fruits of that labor on the pitch. Obviously, yes, we've got Beyonce. Yes, we've got whoever else is coming, Davido, Wizkid, Chris Brown. Everyone's performing at Tottenham Hotspur Arena, except from the football team. But as I say, if you read everything that you want to read, there's talk that Daniel Levy could be going out. Now, I'm sorry to burst everyone's bubble, but let's be honest. How many times have we seen this come out since Daniel Levy's been in charge? Whether it's been links with Qatar, links with American business owners, links with Amanda Stavely, and obviously the Saudi government. There's just so many times that these things come out. And whether I believe it's maybe engineered, because we know that Daniel Levy's maybe going to do something in sacking Ange Postecoglou that a lot of the fan base aren't going to want to agree with. Maybe this is a sort of PR look, so the eyes sort of come off. They believe Daniel Levy's going, and obviously the Ange sacking could hide from that. And obviously people might put 2 and 2 together and say, oh, it's because we've got new owners coming in and that's why they're getting rid of him. But me personally, I don't think Daniel Levy is going to leave the club unless there is an absolutely huge bid that comes in from Tottenham Hotspur. And in terms of huge, I'm talking £3 to £4 billion. Yeah, I think a number, that's the only sort of number that's going to get it done. I don't see Daniel Levy selling, 51%. Obviously, Daniel Levy and Enoch, I know it's not just Daniel Levy, it's Joe Lewis as well. But ever since Joe Lewis had his little problem with the police, it's been given to his family. So maybe did they say, okay, we sell a big percentage of it, take our hands off, and that way we can still make money from it. But I really don't know. But in terms of the mess that's going on at Tottenham Hotspur, that's always happening at Tottenham Hotspur, I think we do need to see something happen. We need to see someone come out. Even over the last couple of seasons, I know Daniel Levy's been doing a couple videos. He doesn't talk too much, but I remember the summer after Harry Kane, obviously, I think that was the Mourinho, when Mourinho got sacked, Ryan Mason came in. We saw Daniel Levy come out and do an interview with Spurs' YouTube channel. They asked him questions about is Harry Kane leaving and stuff like that. And I think now more than ever is one of them times that we need one of them conversations. But obviously, the things that always make sense are never the things that are going to happen. So I'm not expecting to see Daniel Levy sitting in front of a camera and talking to us about what's going to happen next with our club. But that is something that we really need to know. We don't even know who the manager is going to be next year. We don't know what players are going to be there next year. We don't know what players are even coming in, because it just looks like the club are just sitting on their hands. Obviously, yes, I know they're probably working on something, but when you're seeing the likes of clubs like Manchester United, who had an absolute awful season, that talk about how little money they have, you've seen them already sign Mateus Cunha, and you're seeing that they're going to get Mbuemo as well. You just think, do we really want to be serious? Because yes, as much as we won the trophy, like Man United are acting like they've just won the trophy and they've got Champions League football. They've brought in two players that could easily play at that level and two players that would easily improve our team. I say two, obviously Mbuemo's not done, but do you know what I mean? These are players that we could easily bring in and they would easily improve our starting 11. So it's just, what are we really doing here? And it's just testament to what Daniel Levy does at the club. Obviously, I know Vinay Venkatesan is coming into the club. Maybe that's going to make a difference, but I believe he doesn't start till July the 1st, so that's a whole month of us not knowing what's going on. Is Paratici coming or not? We don't know. Obviously, we hear from the reports that he is, but once again, that's another thing that we can't see. I don't believe his ban's even up till July again, so once again, that's another month. Obviously, yes, Donna Cullen's leaving. Who's going to take her job? We don't know yet. So we're always just up in the air, of course, as Tottenham Hotspur always is. And yeah, just a bit more news before we do wrap. Ryan Mason. I'm not going to say Tottenham legend, but obviously, yes, came up through Tottenham Academy, made his debut, really shone in the Pochettino sort of era. Yeah, Poch brought him through. I believe Ryan Mason captained a couple games for Spurs as well. Very good trajectory, played some European games. Obviously left to go to Hull to pursue his career, to get more game time. Was going well until he had that horrific head injury that ended his career. Obviously came back to Spurs as a coach afterwards, worked his way up. Then I think he was doing the under 18s. Obviously, then eventually took over Jose Mourinho for 7, 8 games. Led Tottenham into the Carabao Cup final, obviously, that we lost to Man City. He was then on the coaching staff of Antonio Conte and Ange Postecoglou. Obviously, we know he had that mini stint taking over Stellini when Stellini had them 1 or 2 games. So yeah, now he's got his chance with West Bromich Albion, a massive club, a club that should really be in the Premier League. So I wish him all the best, to be honest. I really hope he goes out there and smashes it. I know a lot of fans are against Ryan Mason because they believe that he's the things that are wrong in the dressing room, but I don't see. I think Ryan Mason is someone that tries every single day. We know that he lost his career early, so I don't believe he's someone that would take things for granted. So he strikes me as such a good coach. When we saw him coming in as well, we saw he really tried to bring that family feel back, even though he had a couple months as manager. So at West Brom, I think he can really do some good things. He's learnt under some top gaffers, so I have no doubt that he's going to smash it. And I hope one day he comes back to Tottenham Hotspur as the full-time manager. But as I say, good luck to Ryan Mason. I wonder what's going to happen with the coaches. I've seen a few people talking about Stuart Lewis maybe going over there. Obviously, that's the under-18s manager. Won back-to-back trophies now as well. I think he won the Premier League 2 or last season, I believe, with obviously the outstanding group, Will Lancashire, Jamie Dondy, Josh Keeley, players like that. And yeah, what else do we have? The new kit dropped today, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'll be honest with you, it's grown on me since I've seen the drop today. It's grown on me from what I was seeing in, when you see all the pictures of the reported kits that always get leaked. I'd admit that the kit has grown on me, but I still just don't know how I feel about the badge and the night tick in the middle, and then obviously then you got the sponsors logo as well. It just looks a bit old school, but obviously it's quite hard to change a white kit. We just have white kits every year, so I'm guessing you're gonna have to do something different. So that's probably what we've got. I'm more excited to see these away kits because if they are the black kits that are being rumored, then take my money now because they just look absolutely unbelievable. But I think that's all we've got to talk about because obviously, of course, Spurs aren't really doing too much on the transfer front. We see lots of links, but we'll react to more things when we get more sort of concrete things. But Tottenham need to start moving because, as I say, loads of clubs are moving before us. As I say, Man United, Brentford are even signing players. Um, yeah, obviously we see all the teams at the top, Liverpool, City. As I say, we're not trying to compete with them teams, but they're the teams that we say that we want to match. So why don't we act like them? But you guys, let me know what you think about Daniel Levy stepping down. Do you think there's more to it? Do you think it's a possibility that it could be happening? What are your thoughts on Ryan Mason as well? How do you think he'll do as West Brom manager? And do you think he's future Spurs one day? And new kit. What do you think about the new kit? 10 out of 10? 1 out of 10? Should do better? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for always watching. Please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and we'll be back with loads of Spurs content. Peace and love.